Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You may have noticed that there's a colander on my head, and the reason for that is that I am Hannah Montana. So I dyed my hair badly. The thing is, right, I kind of thought, we're in lockdown, why not? And this is why not. The issue was that basically in the pack of dye that you get, there are like 3 components, and we were clearing up afterwards and realized that we didn't put one of the components into the mix, and that was the bit that made your hair not look like this. So before you comment on my hair, just know I hate it too. Suffice to say, it didn't go to plan. This isn't what I wanted. So you know what? I don't want to hear it. Anyway, glad we've got that out of the way. On with the video.
On tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's going to make you sick.
So the thing is, we're on week 5 of lockdown now, and I miss GREGGS. When I'm at university, I'm in Durham, which is in the northeast, and the best thing about the northeast is that no matter where you are never more than 100 meters from a GREGGS. I think Newcastle alone has like 33 plus GREGGS. It's like a cult there, and I subscribe to that religion. So I love GREGGS, and the issue with this lockdown thing, one of many issues, I guess, is that GREGGS is closed. However, GREGGS have pulled through, even in this time of crisis, and have provided Facebook with some recipes of their like signature bakes. And so I thought today I would try them. Yep. So today I'm going to be attempting, emphasis on attempting, firstly a sausage, bean and cheese melt, and secondly a steak bake. This could be game-changing. So I think I have my ingredients here. I mean, we're really working this out as we go along. They've called it GREGGS it yourself, which I really enjoy. The first one we're going to attempt is the sausage, bean and cheese melt, because it says chef level easy, which even that might be slightly beyond my capabilities, but we'll see. I would say that my ideal level of difficulty is like suitable for children under 5, but for now we'll have to work with easy. So for this recipe, you will need beans, bangers, cheese, puff pastry, and an egg. Oh hell, do we have an egg? We do! Excellent! Or should I say, Greggscellent? Come on, that's funny. The first step is to cut up the pastry. Now, puff pastry comes looking like this. Did anyone else know that? Because I didn't. Okay, we've encountered our first issue. Aha. I quite bravely suggested to my family that I would provide lunch today. So like, the pressure is actually quite high. In the videos, the puff pastry is quite a lot thinner than this, so I think we're gonna have to roll it out. I found this rolling pin, which looks absolutely terrible. I'm already blaming my equipment. Right, this isn't working. This is quite therapeutic actually. Baking and cooking and stuff, working with flour. Is it meant to stick to the surface? So if there's 4 of us, I need to make 8. I need to make 8 squares, so this needs to be quite thin. If the Great British Bake Off producers are watching me do this, my contact information will be down below. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's all stuck to the thing. Should I put flour down? Flour is in pretty short supply at the moment, so like we can't be wasting it, putting it. Maybe it is quite essential actually. Okay, this hasn't gone well at all. Well, the GREGGS video made this look a bit easier. I'm gonna sort this out and then get back to you. So I'm using a piece of paper to cut around because the GREGGS video didn't actually tell you what size to make them, but obviously they all need to be the same size. I guess it's probably for the best that I didn't have all the information that I needed, because otherwise my bakes would have rivaled GREGGS to such an extent that they would have had to close. Actually, to be honest, this is going terribly. This is not going well at all. Okay, so I've made all of my little sheets of pastry, and now they need to be egg washed. What the hell does that mean? I think basically you just get some eggs in a bowl, mix them up, and then brush them on to the pastry. I wonder if we have an egg brush. No way. We literally have an egg brush. This is how you know you're not at university anymore. We have an egg brush. My house barely has the same number of spoons as people. Okay. Yes. We just mix it with this. Oh, that looks kind of good, you know. Oh, we're really rolling now. So we basically have to egg wash these. I am noticing that none of these are the same size, which could make this slightly more difficult. To be honest, I made this way harder for myself by mass catering. That's what you get for being charitable, huh? So we're just going to paint around the edges. This kind of feels like a Bob Ross tutorial now. Does it? I mean, probably not. Hey, look at that. I wonder how Paul Hollywood is feeling now that he is out of a job, because I am taking it from him. Oh, I got kind of sloppy at the end there, I can't lie. I got complacent, I got a little bit cocky, getting a bit too big for my egg brush over here. Okay, so now we've done that, the next thing is to get my beans and my sausages into a bowl. It didn't say anything about cooking them first. No, surely that will be fine. I reckon it's like 1 sausage per person. I should just do it on the chopping board. Why am I doing it like that? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, nothing's gone wrong with that so far. Beans into there. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And then I think we just crush them up a little bit and just squish them up with the fork. Kind of feels like I'm making baby food. Not that I intend to be doing that anytime soon, because to be honest, cooking for more than 1 person is a faff. And I can barely look after myself, let alone another human being. So then I think we just have to put a scoop of that onto each one. I can't remember which ones were the tops. Oh well. That looks pretty good to me. The final ingredient for this one is the cheese. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a great time. Oh shit. Don't buy pre-grated cheese. Make Britain great again. So we're just going to deposit that on each one. Not to be cheesy, but I'm really enjoying this. And then I think we add a little lid to each one. Oh my god. I have absolutely nailed it. Oh. That one doesn't really fit. Oh, this would have been great if I'd actually cut them all to the same size. Tell me what to do, Greggs. Fork the edges. Okay, we've got to fork the edges. They're not quite as neat as the ones that Greggs themselves did, but that's fine. Fork this, fork that, and fork you. This is the good one here, so I need to not mess this up. Like, this is the one that I'll be... No! I can't believe how badly this bit has gone. And then you just cut some lines over the top so they can breathe, I don't know. Well, it kind of does look like a primary school did it, but I'm fine with that. And then you just give them another little egg wash. At this point, it's kind of like polishing a turd, but beggars can't be choosers. See, the thing is, I really should have done this on a baking tray so I could put them straight in the oven, because now what do I do? Oh no, this is the good one. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. Oh my god. It's stuck to the spatula. It's stuck to the spatula. Okay. Come on. So this is what they're supposed to look like. This is what mine look like. Ta-da! Now these are going in the oven for 20 minutes. Okay, so we are back. And just as stressed as before. I did a little tidy of the kitchen because Mum just finished her yoga Zoom class and was feeling very zen, and I thought if she walked in here and saw the mess that I'd made, she'd probably have a stroke. So what I've learned from last time is that you're meant to put flour on the rolling pin. I've also learned that if you try to sweep up flour with water, it kind of just turns into glue. And I've decided to make 2 big steak bakes rather than 4 mini ones because it was so hard to like fork the edges of those ones, and I'm not doing that again. This was definitely the worst bit last time, like I really didn't enjoy this. I have to say, I am quite worried about poisoning everyone because the thing is, right, like the NHS really don't need the stress of my family having to come in and be seen to because I tried to make Greggs food at home. Hang on a sec, why am I doing this one-handed? Who do I think I am? Oh, we are really sailing now. That looks actually good. Yes. Oh my god. These big ones are going to be so much better. I've got really high hopes for this. Like if this goes wrong, I'm going to be devastated. Oh wow. I've just seen that this one's chef level is medium. That's not gonna end well, is it? For this recipe, you need thinly diced beef, beef stock, corn flour mixed with water, puff pastry, and an egg. The next thing you have to do is chop up the beef really, really finely. When I'm done with it, this beef is gonna be mighty fine. Did they kill it? Oh! I'm gonna leave them for a little bit longer because they look a bit, well, raw. In my local Greggs, there's actually a poster which has my student house in it for some reason, and they have that same photo in like every Greggs in the Northeast. So that is actually my claim to fame, that my house is on a poster in Greggs. It is tough being an A-lister sometimes, you know. It's kind of in the foreground, like it's basically right in front of a major landmark, and so the house is kind of in it by accident, but I'm still I'm taking it. I always go to Greggs when I go to the gym in the morning and then I have like an early morning lecture, because they just do the most sensational bacon sandwiches, which I guess you could say kind of defeats the object of going to the gym, but then you don't earn money to not spend it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think if I'm gonna get fit, then I deserve to eat more. That is a personal mantra that I stand by, and Greggs helps to facilitate. So I have missed those bacon sandwiches, I can't lie. My family better appreciate this, because there's actually blood, sweat and tears put into this steak bake. Leave me a comment down below telling me what your favorite Greggs, like what would be your Greggs order? I know it's hard to tell right now, but I don't actually work for Greggs. But say I did, like if I was your cashier today, what would you order? Okay, so this next bit is the bit that I think I might actually excel at, because it's cooking, it's not baking. And obviously I've had to learn how to cook at university to survive. Like, cooking is survival, baking is a hobby, and I'm not very good at baking, I don't think. So because we're basically cooking up the beef, I feel like this bit's gonna go quite well, maybe, possibly, potentially, I don't know. Oh, that's the wrong hob. Forget that ever happened. We've got our freshly diced beef, and I'm just making the beef stock. The thing is, the Greggs recipe didn't actually give quantities. Like, apparently they just decided that bit wasn't an essential. So with all of this stuff, I'm just guessing. Okay, that looks fine. So we'll chuck the beef on. Ah, love that noise. That is the sound of success. So, Master Chef, make that hotline bling. By the way, this is how the sausage, cheese and bean melt thing ended up looking like. I have to say they're a little bit messy. They don't really match, but you know what? They're more like long lost cousins than quadruplets, and that's fine, you know, they've all got their own personalities, they're all unique in their own way, and hopefully they taste edible, I don't know. So to be honest, the pressure is actually on to make the steak bake good. The beef stock is just going in. You're meant to mix the corn flour with water. What the recipe doesn't say is that it needs to be hot water, because when it was cold water, it was like sludge, whereas with hot water, it's kind of the consistency I think it should be. That actually looks quite good. What the hell? It smells sensational. How good does that look? I don't know where this came from, but I'm really pleased about it. I always forget to preheat the oven, like that's my Achilles heel. I say that as if it's my only flaw, like it's one flaw among many. So this time I'm going to construct them directly into a baking tray with some greaseproof paper down. I actually am like evolving, and I'm pleased to say that my final form is actually for Hollywood. So I'm putting the two of those in there, painting the edges with the egg, and then the filling is going on the inside. Oh, this is actually the perfect amount. Don't ask me how much I put in, because I literally just guessed. If these taste terrible, I'm going to be so upset, because this time I've actually got my expectations up. I'm not even reading the instructions anymore, I've just gone completely off piece. And now I'm going to put these on as the lids. Wow. So it turns out when you do things with precision, it does actually work out better. Who would have thought that? Fork the edges again, like last time. Are you seeing this? That actually looks incredible. This one in particular looks like Mr. Greg himself made it. I actually can't believe this. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, I'd like to thank Greggs. That's the final product now that they have the egg painted over them, and also I put some slits in because apparently that's what you meant to do. I'm gonna put these in the oven and see what happens. So let's pop those in and pray that they work out okay. And the 20-minute timer is on. Good luck, my babies. The reason I'm actually doing this is because, firstly, I love Greggs with my whole heart, and secondly, because my dad always makes us lunch on a Saturday. Like, he loves doing it, but he works like 9 to 5, well, longer than 9 to 5 every single day, because he's an essential worker at the moment, because he makes ventilators. So I just wanted to give him a day off where he didn't have to worry, and hopefully I could cook something that was slightly edible for lunch. After the first bake, I did doubt myself, but hopefully these steak bakes turn out quite well, and then I've succeeded in my mission. I don't know if you're actually ready for this, because this, I can't believe. Look at that.
All right, Jamie Oliver.
I can't believe it. Like, no one is more surprised at this than I am. I can't believe that. What? So if we ignore these, because these are a bit substandard, that is something special. I can't believe it. Look at the flake on that. So my DIY, my Greggs It Yourself, actually was a roaring success. The videos that I used are over on the Greggs Facebook page, and they probably explain it a lot better than I did. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're all looking after yourselves and lockdown is going well for you. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like if you liked it, if you like, and you can subscribe for more from me. For now, I've been Jack Edwards, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.